Welcome to Direct U.S. Immigration's channel, where you get direct access to our most up-to-date immigration and global mobility space. My name is Maitreya Brown, and I'm going to talk about everything you need to know about the U.S. Citizenship test. You're not going to want to miss out on this one. Stay tuned. My name is Maitreya Brown, and I'm a U.S. immigration attorney based in Washington, D.C. I'm also the principal attorney at Direct U.S. Immigration, where we work with clients in all 50 states and around the world. Before we start, click on the like and subscribe button to follow our Immigration Hub to get the latest immigration information that could be vital to your case. And also, be sure to stick around until the end to get bonus tips on what you will need to do next after taking the citizenship test. As you know, doing your best on the naturalization exam, which is also known as the citizenship test, is important. But more importantly, don't be intimidated. So with enough preparation, you should perform well. So keep in mind that you'll have just 2 opportunities to pass, so the harder you study for the exam, the sooner you can start your life as a U.S. citizen. Now let's talk about what to expect from each section of the test. So within the English component test, it consists of 3 parts: the speaking test, the reading test, and the writing test. So the reading and writing tests will be conducted using a digital tablet, which an immigration official will show you how to use before you begin. Although it's helpful to have flawless English pronunciation and excellent spelling and grammar skills, it's okay if you aren't perfect in some of these areas. The English test uses basic grammar and vocabulary, and immigration officers administering the exam expect that most people will make common mistakes. As you're taking the test, don't be shy to ask for clarification about some questions from the immigration officer. They're instructed to repeat certain words or rephrase questions at your request. For the speaking portion of the English test, the immigration officer will ask you questions about your citizenship application and eligibility to evaluate your ability to speak and comprehend the language. It's a good idea to review your application answers before attending your exam appointment. During the reading test, you will be given a digital tablet. A sentence will appear on the tablet, and the immigration officer will ask you to read it aloud. You will be asked to read 3 sentences in total until you've read 1 successfully. USCIS provides the complete list of vocabulary words used in the reading test. Examples of words you'll encounter include names of presidents and places, such as Abraham Lincoln and the United States, simple verbs, for example, can and lives, and some longer terms such as Father of our Country and Bill of Rights. It's important to avoid pausing extensively while reading aloud. Generally, you'll be allowed to leave out short words, mispronounce some words, or use non-standard intonation, which is the rising and falling of a person's voice. You may not use a word you're familiar with in place of an actual word in the sentence, though. So the important thing is to convey to the immigration officer that you understand the sentence's meaning. For the written portion of the English test, you must write out 1 of 3 sentences correctly as the immigration officer reads each sentence aloud. You will use a stylus to write each sentence on a digital tablet. Now, to pass the civics component of the citizenship test, you must demonstrate sufficient knowledge and understanding of U.S. history and government by answering at least 6 of 10 questions correctly. The immigration officer will randomly select the questions, read them aloud, and stop the test once you're provided the right answer to 6 questions. Now, this is one version of the civics question. Now, you will be allowed to phrase your answers in any way as long as they are correct. Now, USCIS provides the complete list of questions asked in the civics test, and you can also find them in your language as well, and you must study all 100 questions on the list. Unless you're aged 65 or older, in which case you'll need to study only 20 questions marked with an asterisk. Unless you're age 65 or older, in which case you'll need to study only 20 questions marked with an asterisk. Make sure to check the page of the USCIS website for answers to some questions that have changed based on recent historical events. More than half of the questions are about the U.S. government, and the rest are about American history. Now, for some questions, the answers will be provided in the study materials. For instance, who is in charge of the executive branch, The answer is the President. Others will require you to do some research. As an example, you might encounter the question, who is one of your state's U.S. Senators now? And the answer will depend on the state you live in. As promised, here's some bonus information that you may not know about. So once you've completed your citizenship test, you can expect to hear back from USCIS about your results on the same day. So here's what you can expect to happen afterwards based on your exam results. So if you passed, you will receive a congratulations. So you're almost finished with the naturalization process, and you can ask the officer or your lawyer for the U.S. citizenship timeline for details about the final step. If you did not pass, you'll be able to retake the whole exam or just a portion that you didn't pass. But the questions on the second test will differ from those on the first, and USCIS will schedule your re-examination at a later date. If you do not show up for your re-examination, then that's going to be a problem. So unless USCIS specifically excuses you from attending your re-examination appointment, for example, if you were hospitalized, you cannot miss your second exam appointment. Otherwise, USCIS will consider your absence a failed attempt and your U.S. citizenship application will be denied. Now, if you do not pass the re-examination, USCIS will deny your naturalization application. You'll have a chance to appeal the denial by writing to USCIS within 30 days of receiving the letter stating their decision. If they grant your request, USCIS will schedule a hearing within 180 days of receiving your request. During the hearing, a USCIS officer will retest you on the exam portion you did not pass on your second attempt. I hope you found this video helpful. Subscribe if this content or information helps you in any way. Comment below if you want me to talk about something in specific, and share this resource widely because you never know who needs answers to these questions. Additionally, if you have any specific questions about this video as they pertain to your unique circumstances, please schedule a consultation, also at the link below, and I'll see you in the next video.